We work so you can play.
Good evening, Miniwargamers. This is the Miniwargaming UK. This is our little building area. We are putting together a gaming table tonight, and I'll run you through what we're doing. So the first stage that Miniwargamer L has just finished has been to cut out one 4x4 square of chipboard, to the bottom of which we have attached some 2x2 wood in this kind of pattern. I have no idea what you call that little join, but that's all we've done. They've all been drilled together, and so that's the stage we're at now. The next step is to create the legs, which has been very easy. We've been to a large Swedish furniture store from which you can buy single screw-on legs. I did have a quick check round, and you can get them from most of the hardware stores in the UK. So that'll be next. While Miniwargamer L has been doing that, I've been cutting out these lengths of wood, which will go on another panel of 4x4 square chipboard, and you'll see exactly why in a minute. They'll sit on top. This is actually wooden architrave. That's a little out of focus, I'm sorry. And we've done an angle cut there, so they all sit nice and flush on top of the next sheet of 4x4. Okay, Miniwargamers, this is how the table looks now. So you can see what we've got is a base and then one surface, and if we just lift it up, a second surface. So the next step, now that you've seen that second surface, is going to just screw some cladding onto the sides of both of those two top pieces of table and attach some clips so that we can lock the top of the table down depending on which side we choose to use. Okay, so now we've cut some square cut pieces of timber, which, as you can see, Elliot is screwing to the sides of the table. This is to do a couple of things. Firstly, it's going to make the whole thing look a little neater. It's going to cover up the edge of this chipboard that you can see right here. And secondly, it's going to give us somewhere to mount the clips that we're going to use to hold the top of the table to the bottom half. Okay, so now we've finished all of the actual construction work, apart from adding a couple of little clasps. What we want to do the next step is we're going to take some green spray paint, spray this surface, and that'll actually be the foundation of our board. I'm not going to worry too much about getting paint onto these pieces, because the intention is to paint those brown or some sort of colour that's completely separate at a later date. Okay, Miniwargamers, so I've just done about 20 seconds worth of spraying, and you can see exactly how it goes on. It's real quick, covers real nice and easy. We chose spray paint so that ideally we wouldn't have to wait long for it to dry. Looking at the way this is going and feeling the can, it may take a couple of cans, which is fine. So you can see it covers really smooth and easy. Okay, so that's the vast majority of it done, and actually there's still plenty in the can for us to clear up some of those areas that look a little like we've missed them a bit. And actually, on the video it looks much worse than it does in real life. It gives a nice even coat in real life. So that's the green side. Next we're going to flip it over and do a grey side so it can act as a cityscape. Okay, so now we've assembled and painted our gaming table. We need to attach these clips. Oh, that could be good then. So this is the table pretty much finished. We've got one last thing to do, which is to add the clip that's like that onto the other side. So this little guy, there's going to be another one right there, and that'll mean we can flip the table. So why don't we flip the table now and show you what the other side looks like. Okay, Miniwargamers, so we've just flipped the table over and you can see that the grey side is definitely going to be a cityscape. I'll just bring you in a bit. We've thrown a couple of my models on there so you can get an idea of what it's going to finally look like. These two little areas in the middle we're going to do something like, and we've not really decided yet, sand grass with like a little fountain or something in the middle. And look at these guys. Look at that guy. Anyway, so yeah, and then we're going to cover the board with these kind of buildings. So basically what we're going to try and do with both sides of this board is keep the board itself as simple as possible, and then make all of the scenery modular so it can be moved around and changed around to fit exactly the scenario that we want.